Hello everyone! In today's video, I'm going to show you a Microsoft Entra ID tutorial for beginners. Now this video will help you manage users, groups, and permissions with Azure AD or Azure Active Directory, which is the former name of Microsoft Entra ID. So without further ado, we're going to dive right into their website here. And as you can see, this is the homepage or the main dashboard of Microsoft Entra ID. In case you need to sign up for an account, just go to their website and then if you have a Microsoft account, you can use that. But if not, then just follow the prompts to sign up for an account. You can sign up for a free trial in case you don't want to subscribe yet, just to test the waters with this software. And then once you've created an account, you can just log right in with your Microsoft credentials. So here we can actually get started by adding users to our directory. So as you can see, there's an add user option here. Now, if we click on it, all we have to do is fill in some details so that we can add a user. So we're going to try to add an imaginary user right now. For example, I'm going to put in the name right here, and then a chosen display name. It can get auto-populated if you want to keep things simple. Then maybe a username. Now once it checks for availability, then this will be the domain. So it's like an email, if you may. There's also these checkboxes which can help you automatically create a password or require this user to change their password when they first sign in. So that's basically what helps you get started with this user. So they have the option to change their password once they sign in to these credentials. So we're gonna hit next, and here we can add or assign a product license. So we can assign user a product license with Microsoft Entra Suite, which we have 24 of 25 licenses available. Or you can create a user without product license, which is not recommended. They may have limited or no access to Microsoft 365 until you assign a project. Now, if you have any apps, it will be listed here. But since there are no additional apps associated with the selected licenses, then this isn't available at the moment. So here we're going to try to hit next. And this is an optional settings. You can choose what role you'd like to assign for this user and fill in additional profile info. So here, roles, currently they have no administration access, but once we set it up, then they will have access to the chosen features or admin center access right here. You can choose between Exchange Administrator, Global Administrator, Global Reader, Help Desk, Service Support, SharePoint, User, Admin, depending on what you'd like. You can also filter them by showing all by category right here. So these are categories, devices, global, identity, others. So it's an extensive list for the admin access roles. For profile info, you can fill in the details here in case you need a profile info. So this includes job title, department, office phone, basically the necessary details for a profile info. So once you're done, just click on next, where you get to review and finish the details. So here, this is the display and username, and then password, which is auto-generated, product licenses, roles, profile info. As you can see, there's no profile info since we didn't fill that a while ago, but it's up to you if you want to see that on this user. So once that's done, we're just going to click on finish adding, and then this will generate the new user. Just going to let this load up, and here, as you can see, this user has been added to active users. You can also print the user details. Shows the info on licenses bought, licenses assigned. You can also save these user settings as a template. So user templates allow you to quickly add similar users in the future by saving a set of shared settings such as domain, password, product licenses, and roles. So here you can name your template and then add a description if you'd like. And you can also continue by adding another user or just closing it off right there. So basically now we have another user. So that's how you add users to your directory. And again, with the use of the template we've just seen a while ago, you can also bulk import users, or we can also import multiple users from a CSV file by selecting bulk create. So here we're just going to move on to groups management. So we can also actually add a group. So we're going to try to do that right now. So here we can create the groups by clicking on the new group. And we can also choose the group type. So it can be Microsoft 365 or security. We're going to try to do this one for Microsoft 365. Then the name of the group. Let's say ad hoc team, something like that. Then you put on your description here. Then we can assign owners. So group owners have unique permissions and they can add or remove members, delete conversations from the shared inbox, and change group settings. So group owners can also rename the group, update the description, and more. So here we can try to assign an owner. Let's try assigning my account. Then we're going to move on to the next part. We can also add members. So right now it's just the two of us. So I'm going to add both. And group members will have access to everything in the group, including group content like email messages, files, and a shared calendar. So by default, group members can invite guests to join your group, but they can't edit group settings. So here we're going to move on to the next. And then we can draft or we can create a group email address. We're just going to name it like that. And we can also change the privacy. We're going to let it stay on public. Move on to the next. And then we can review the rest of the details for this group. And once we're done and we're satisfied with the group settings, we can already create the group. And as you can see, ad hoc team group has been created. And this group is basically ready to function. You can change these settings, send copies of group conversations and events to group members' inboxes, and let people outside the organization email this group or hide from my organization's global address list. So here we now have the group roles or the group set to our admin center. So now we're just going to check on the other tools we have to our disposal. Here on the left side of the screen, we have a toolbar. For users, you can filter the active users, guest users, and deleted users. Then groups, active groups, deleted groups. The roles right here, we have the role assignments, administrative units. Then we can also check the marketplace for integrations, and we can also purchase services. So right here, we have a bunch of integrations we can use into our software. And then there's also billing. So this will include your products, licenses, bills and payments, billing accounts, payment methods, and billing notifications. Of course, we have support and some more settings for domains, org settings, a Microsoft 365 backup, and you can also check your integrated apps. There's Viva, partner relationships, and Microsoft Edge. Setup reports and health. And we have some admin centers here for security, compliance, and identity. Now, as just a bonus preview, we can also change how this dashboard looks. Currently, we have the simplified view, but we can also have the dashboard view right here. If you want to have more details on user management, billing, and some training guides and assistance right here. You can also check health, which basically shows the health of each of your apps or your integrations right here. So if you view all in-service health, then you will see the status right here and active issues Microsoft is working on. And That's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.